Well, last night we must have seen almost 1,000 people, maybe 900 people here. Lights and candle lights and songs and choirs. And so today we had no idea what to expect. We didn't know whether there'd be 25 people here or 225 people. Our tradition is to meet those great hordes on Christmas Eve for choirs and candlelight and communion and Christmas. Christmas Day doesn't factor into that equation most years. Today, the mystery of the darkness and the flame of the candles does not support us. We are here in the daylight, like the morning after a big party with only the dishes to clean up and the floors to be swept. And not knowing who or how many would show up meant the only thought I had was that you scarcely need a homily from me, nor do I prefer to offer one. But it is Sunday, despite what the Methodists think. And this is what we do. In fact, I'm excited to share this morning with you. Here's why. Today is church stripped down to the bare minimum. We only have time for each other. We only have the stark reality that we are the church in the meantime. And we have few desires or needs that can't be fulfilled today, because all our expectations have been roller coastered to last night. Together we are in the quiet center of the season, not on the edge of it. With all the season's unfiltered greed and interminable expectations behind us, we are free to sit in the spirit of the season and rest. Isn't that what must have happened on the day after the birth? All the hubbub and the stars shining and the people coming in and out and the fuss and the mess was replaced by a squishy, wrinkled, reddish baby asleep in the arms of parents. The stable boy arrives and asks them to move over so he can pitch some hay around. They're too tired to worry about much and finally are left alone. The baby squiggles around for comfort, a baby that can't distinguish his mother from the barn dog unless it's being fed. Miracle or no miracle, there is an ordinariness to the morning. And that ordinariness does exactly what Unitarian Universalists want and need. And that is that the ordinary points to the miracles all around us. Those miracles only start with the fact that we get to sit here and be alive and sing and breathe and touch a hymnal and feel the empty gathering post-party starkness of this morning. Feel that. The miracle is close at hand. My friend and colleague Jane Jepka once said, "The miracles we miss, the parent who unfailingly tends to a handicapped child, the man who still loves sledding and makes animals out of long, skinny balloons, the neighbor who always helps you clean your gutters, or the person who organizes a shelter for battered women or launches an international campaign that solves an ecological problem, or the people who have all they can do to get to work and back and then get dinner on the table and the kids to bed. And yet they do that day after day. Or the folks who do their best in spite of their loneliness, smiling a good bit and keeping on. That's holy. That's holy, holy stuff," she said. I say the miracle is that we care about anyone or anything when we could spend a whole lot of time alone, doing only what was good for ourselves, feeding our basest instincts. The miracle is, as William James put it, that we spend any time yearning for something more, that we have the will to believe. And in that will and that yearning, we come today to close the chapter and book on the holy story that started to poke us even before Halloween, when the stores started selling Christmas things. That story is Christmas. Despite its commercial presence, it is a story that asks us, that demands of us, a will to believe in mysteries and miracles, to be held by a holy family, to be guided by stars, to hear angels sing, to be drawn by an instinct older than the human spirit, to transact with the holy and the divine, to yearn for peace, a peace which passes all understanding. That spirit calls on us today more than yesterday. Because yesterday we still anticipated that gifts in boxes would satisfy us. And today, with the wrapping all on the floor, we only know what is left is to find a genuine hope. A hope for each other. And to know that we can create holy opportunities to guide and hold us in a promise of this season. This is my 20th Christmas in religious leadership in the church. 16th here in this church. Although only the first Christmas day I've had to do it. I have seen miracles abound. And I have seen miracles fail. I have seen surly children grow up and become amazing adults. And I have seen some fail and sink and not make it to their 25th birthdays. And I have seen some fail and sink and then rise again and become gifts of human beings. And I have seen joy and I have seen sorrow and I have seen pain and jubilation. And I have seen families grow, and I have seen families shrink, and I have seen life, and I have seen death. I have seen sanity, and I have seen insanity. And I have seen some people who have love deep in their hearts, and some who are bitter. And I have seen those with a place to land on a day like this, and I have seen those with nothing at all. And all of it is a miracle. All of it is uplifted in my spirit by this season, which, whether we feel it this morning or not, exists in the world today more than ever because we say so. Christmas Day, the party over, only leaves us to lift up hope. It only leaves us to love each other. And if we can't do that today, we may not do it tomorrow. My colleague wrote this Christmas Day poem I like and want to share with you. Sarah Campbell wrote, "Joy, love, peace, hope, these are the spirits of the season. Let us bind them. Let us bind them to each other. Spirit of joy, come in," she says, "for there is much in our lives pushing you away. Pressure mounts with the countdown. So many things to do. Make us stop. Touch us with the wonder of a child. Touch us with the magic of this season. Spirit of love, come in," she writes. "For there is much on our lives keeping you out. Our own concerns consume us and turn us inward. Make us stop. Give us the eyes of love. Open us to the needs of others. Spirit of hope, come in," she says, "for the days darken and grow cold. Wounded souls in a wounded world, we need you. Make us stop. Fill us with the light of the season. Spirit of peace," she writes, "come in, for in our world and in ourselves there is conflict. Make us stop. Give us a common dream. Fill us with the spirit of this season. Fill us with peace. Joy, love, peace, hope. These are the spirits of the season. Let all our hearts prepare them room, she says. So I say to you, Christmas Day revelers, church-going, lovers of spirit and community, my friends, I am so glad that you showed up here. Having had no idea who would come. But it is us that is Christmas. It is no one else. And so let the joy, the love, the peace, the hope fill us today so that we can fill others. That is our only task this morning. Spirits of joy, come in, touch us with the magic of the season. Spirit of love, come in, give us the eyes of love. Spirit of hope, come in, fill us with the light of the season. Spirit of peace, give us a common dream. For each of you here, these are not empty words. Joy, love, peace, hope. Bless you, my friends, and amen.